All right, so we've done both. Virgin Voyages, which you can tell Addy loves to death, and Carnival, well, baby, that's all me. And for years, we've been going back and forth about which one is actually better for people like us.
And I'm just going to tell you right now, Terry's wrong about Carnival.
All right, so let's get to it. Today, we're going to settle it once and for all.
Yes.
Just two people who have spent real dollars on both of these cruise lines.
Yes.
Telling you exactly what surprised us, what disappointed us, and which one we actually book again tomorrow. So stay with us, get you a nice beverage, sit back and relax, because we're about to break this down in a way that nobody else on the tube has. All right, so here's how we're going to be breaking this thing down, all right? 3 categories: price and value, the onboard experience, and the question that actually matters: who each cruise line is for. Because that's what you need to know before you book. So let's start with the number one question everybody wants to know. The money, money, money. All right, let's start with what you actually see when you're shopping, and then we'll show you what you actually pay.
Yes.
How about that?
That sounds great. Because those two numbers are almost never the same.
Because on Carnival, let's say a 7-night sailing, balcony cabin, 2 people, mainstream itinerary, depending on the ship and how far out you book, you're looking at somewhere around $1,200 to $1,800 for the cabin. That's your entry point.
Yeah.
That's your way in.
Yeah. So on Virgin Voyages, same 7-night sailing, same type of cabin, you're going to start closer to $1,800 to $2,400.
So right off the top, Virgin looks like it costs more. Okay. And it does on paper.
On paper.
All right. But here's, I think, where it starts to get just a little bit more complicated.
Just a little. Because gratuities on Carnival are going to automatically get added to your bill. And that's usually around $16 to $18 per day, per person. For a 7-night sailing for 2 people, that's about $252 per person, or about $500 to your total before you even get on board to get a drink.
All right, so drink packages. Carnival has a full bar option, runs roughly $60 to $100 per person per day, depending on which package you choose. For 7 nights, for 2 of us, that's about $1,400, right?
Yeah. Add specialty dining, Fahrenheit 555, Guys Ping and Anchor, Cucina del Capitano. Those are all extra, anywhere from $20 to $45 per person per visit.
So that $1,600 Carnival cabin I was looking at, by the time you step off the ship, you're realistically looking at about $3,500 to $4,500.
Now, Virgin Voyages, gratuities are about $100 a person. The specialty dining is all included with no surcharges. Non-alcoholic beverages included. Wi-Fi included. And they built all that into the price.
So the only thing that you're really adding on Virgin is your bar tab, which is their drink package, because they don't really have one, which starts at about $40 a person per day. And then whatever you wind up spending on excursions or stuff in the shops, right?
So that $2,000 Virgin cabin, when you add the drink package or what they call bar tab, like you said, for 2 people, you're only looking at about $2,800 to $3,200 total. So
what you're saying is Virgin Voyages is often a little less expensive when you get down to the actual math.
Okay. Surprised me too when we first started calculating everything.
I ain't gonna lie, it genuinely surprised me too. And I'm Team Carnival.
I know.
All right, now here's where Addy and I have genuinely different opinions. And I think that's valuable because it means at least one of us is going to match how you feel.
We're not going to tell you which one is objectively better. We're going to actually tell you what it's like on board.
All right, so let's get down to this. Carnival. Carnival is a party ship. We all know that. It's a fun ship for a reason. And I say that as a compliment, all right? It's lively, it's loud, it's social, it's fun. There's something happening everywhere all the time on the fun ships.
But that also means that the Lido deck is going to be chaos at noon. That there are going to be kids everywhere. and there's going to be multiple families in every direction.
Which, if you're the right kind of traveler, it's pretty amazing, you know? It's a full vacation experience. Something where you're never going to be bored, which I kind of hear a lot of people talking about, a lot of other cruise lines out there, but we'll get into those.
And I personally can enjoy that whole kind of energy for a day. 7 nights of that going straight is a little too much for me.
I ain't gonna front. I genuinely love it. It feels like a vacation, a serious vacation with a capital V.
Trust me, y'all. He is so happy when he gets on those ships. His whole vibe and energy just changes.
All right, but let's be real. Virgin Voyages, it's adults only. 18 and up, no exceptions.
Yes.
Always the case.
And that one rule changes everything about your experience, because the pool's not going to be overrun. The restaurants are more intentional because they don't have to worry about different types of cuisines or different types of people eating. The music is different.
I got to be real. Being a DJ, I can say the music is noticeably different, which I didn't expect to care about as much as I did. But I tell you, shout out to all the DJs on Virgin Voyages, because depending on who you get, that depends on the vibe that's set for that whole vacation. Yes. Wait a minute, why am I talking about Virgin? I'm supposed to be talking about
because Carnival has some good DJs too. Entertainment. On Carnival, you get the big Broadway-style production shows, big budgets, big stage, full company dance numbers and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
That whole spectacle, Carnival actually does really well.
All right, let's be frank. With Virgin, their entertainment is going to be a little bit more intimate. It's more immersive. It feels like a show that you watch and that you're actually a part of. It's interactive. You're not just sitting back and, staring up at the stage.
Exactly. So it's a different preference, not actually better or worse.
All right. I know you've been waiting on this one, so let's get to it. Let's talk about the food.
Here we go.
All right. On Carnival, y'all, the included dining is solid.
Okay.
Main dining room, genuinely good. The complimentary stuff like Guy's Burgers.
Can't go wrong.
Blue Iguana Cantina.
Can't go wrong.
I mean, that's food we actually really like.
Yeah, it really is. And the specialty restaurants, which do cost extra, are some of Carnival's best offerings. Fahrenheit 555 is a real steakhouse, okay? Man. Guy's Pig and Anchor is excellent barbecue.
Virgin, I'm just going to say it. Ain't no bad restaurant.
And that says something. That's a big statement.
Hey, y'all. I said what I said, all right? Let's talk about the test kitchen. Now,
one of my favorites.
It's one of the most interesting dining experience either of us have had at sea, would you say? The wake, exceptional. Pink agave, my favorite. It's actual Mexican food, not cruise ship Mexican food, but real Mexican food.
So not like iguana.
Nah. And the best part about it all is all included, man.
Yes. On food, I have to give the edge to Virgin, and that's not something that I say lightly.
I mean, that's high praise coming from somebody who takes food as seriously as you, chef.
I mean, I am a professional chef, so I have to take all the food seriously.
All right, one more thing. All right.
What?
On the onboard experience.
Right.
All right. And this is something we don't talk about enough in this space. The actual clientele.
Okay, so the mix of people on the ship genuinely affects your whole experience. Who you meet, who you sit next to at dinner, who you sit next to at the bar, who you have your conversations with.
Well, I'm going to say, I think Virgin Voyages attracts a 35 to 55-year-old person who planned their trip on purpose.
Yes.
They were intentional. They were very detail-oriented, and they were looking for something a little bit more elevated than what's already out there.
Right. It also tends to feel more cosmopolitan, more diverse in a way that feels familiar.
I mean, that matters.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. It's not something that shows up on a booking comparison chart or website, but it's something that definitely affects your entire trip.
Oh, definitely.
All right. So time to get down to it. The most important question, not which cruise line is better, but which one is right for you.
Okay, because we're not here to talk you into either one. We are here to help you make the right decision for your trip, for your money.
Now, Carnival is going to be the right choice if you're traveling with your family, If your kids are coming, if it's a multiple generation trip, if multiple budgets are in the group, I'm just going to say it, Carnival just handles that better than almost anybody else in the industry.
If you want a classic cruise experience, I mean the big ship, the big entertainment, something happening 24 hours a day, Carnival is going to deliver that experience. And it's going to be at a price point that's hard to beat.
So if you're a first-time cruiser and you want a lower risk entry point before you commit to a big premium line like Virgin, Carnival, it's a great place to start. Most of us have started there. You're not overpaying to try something out. You're getting good value and you're having a great time on board.
Absolutely. And if you just want to have fun, unapologetically social vacation where you could just hang out and meet strangers at the bar and stay up a little bit later than you should, Carnival, it's your ship.
Now I'll be real. Virgin Voyages is the right choice if you want a more intentional experience.
Okay.
Adults only. Quieter pools, which they're smaller, so they're going to be quieter by default, I think. Don't hate. A more elevated atmosphere. You're done with the chaos and you want something that feels a little bit more curated and a little bit more bang for your buck.
I can feel that. If you really just value excellent food and you're not trying to pay extra for every single meal, the all-inclusive model that they have going on Virgin is actually worth it.
And if you want a shorter sailing, I gotta say, Virgin has a lot of those 5 and 6 night itineraries that are gonna be perfect for a quick reset without the commitment of a whole week, because Carnival's mostly a week-long cruise.
Yeah.
So that makes the entry point to cruising or an entry point to the cruise line a lot easier.
If you've done the big mainstream cruise and you're ready for something that feels more like a boutique hotel, Virgin is that step.
And I'll be a little bit more specific here because I think it matters for a whole lot of people. If you want a cruise where the vibe is more cosmopolitan, more culturally varied in who you're sailing with, where you feel like you belong rather than you wandered in, Virgin consistently delivers that.
We've talked about this privately for years because there's an actual difference in how we feel on each cruise line. And that feeling is an important part of your vacation.
I mean, it is the part of your vacation. All right, it's time for the verdict.
We actually agreed on this, which is rare.
If you have never cruised before,
Yes.
you are price sensitive, or you're traveling with family, Carnival, full stop. It delivers the value you're looking for. It handles the logistics of a group travel. It is genuinely just overall fun.
If you are 35 or older, you travel intentionally. You want quality food and a curated atmosphere included in what you pay. And you're okay with a slightly higher starting price for what is actually the lower cost. Virgin Voyages.
And if you're somewhere in the middle, or if you're trying to figure out which one actually fits your specific trip, then I want you to just talk to Addy.
For real. I am a certified leisure travel specialist and a Virgin Voyages first mate. I booked both of these cruise lines. We've sailed both of these cruise lines. And I can help you figure out which one actually makes sense for what you're trying to do.
The link is in the description. And we're not trying to pressure you. There's none. She's just genuinely very good at what she does.
Generally good.
Now, we want to know. So go ahead and drop it in the comments right now. Are you team Carnival or are you team Virgin Voyages? Because Addy and I have been having this argument for years now. And I want to see which side our community lands on.
And if you want to see us do a full deep dive on the drink packages, because the all-inclusive versus the add-on conversation is a whole video all by itself. That's coming next week, so subscribe so you don't miss it.
Every Tuesday, every week, we need y'all to be right here.
We'll see you then.
I think I need that shirt because I've talked a whole lot about Virgin.
I talked a lot about
I mean,
Carnival.
you can take Carnival. So give me the Virgin.
Sure.
Yeah, you can Y'all not supposed to see this.